The story begins with Sana, a high school student who spends most of her free time scrolling through social media and liking pictures of handsome boys. On the other side, there is Kanato, the most handsome and popular boy in school, admired by almost every girl. However, Kanato does not have his own social media account, so any pictures of him online are secretly taken and posted by the schoolgirls. One night, Sana is checking her school's Instagram account when she sees a photo of Kanato. She messages the account, requesting them to upload more photos of him. Suddenly, she gets a reply from that account asking whether messages sent in the chat are visible to everyone or not. Sana replies that they are not, and realizes that the person running the account has no knowledge about social media. She assumes it might be a teacher managing the account and calmly offers to help, but she doesn't receive any reply. The next day, Sana goes to school, where she learns that Kanato is often absent. There, she meets her friend Yusu, and while they are talking, a boy named Rio, whose bangs cover half of his face, quietly observes them. As Sana heads toward her class, she is surprised to see Kanato near her locker. Kanato asks if her Instagram username is SanaFace. Slightly nervous, Sana says yes, and Kanato tells her that he was looking for her. Just then, some girls arrive searching for Kanato, so he quickly grabs Sana's hand and takes her to the rooftop. Sana can't believe how handsome Kanato is, so she takes out her phone and snaps a photo of him. Meanwhile, Kanato tells her that his absences have become so frequent that the school wants to expel him. He spoke to the principal, who said that if he becomes the school's official influencer and reaches 100,000 subscribers/followers on Instagram, he won't be expelled, as it would attract more students to the school. However, for that, Kanato needs to learn how to use Instagram, and since Sana had offered help the previous day, he came looking for her. Sana is surprised to hear this and tells him that reaching 100,000 subscribers won't be easy. She then asks why he used to miss classes. Kanato softly explains that people always made assumptions about him based on his face. Some thought he would be intelligent, others thought he would be athletic. Some assumed he was a model, and when he didn't meet their expectations, they became disappointed. Kanato didn't like this, so he stopped coming to school, and now he is on the verge of expulsion. After this, Kanato moves a little closer and asks Sana if she will help him. His closeness makes Sana nervous. She steps back, blushes, and leaves, but after a while, she calms down and returns, telling Kanato that she will help him. However, she clearly tells him that no one should find out that she is the one taking the photos, because his fans might get jealous and trouble her. Kanato sincerely thanks her for her help and tells her that he had messaged a few other people for help with Instagram, but no one even replied. Sana was the only one who offered to help without knowing who he was. Then the two of them post the photo Sana took of Kanato, and it quickly gains 3,000 likes and 800 subscribers. Days pass, and Sana continues taking more photos of Kanato in different areas of the school. The account keeps growing, which makes Sana happy. However, whenever she is with Kanato, she avoids looking at him directly. Kanato notices this and comes closer to ask why she avoids looking at him. Sana honestly says that if she looks at him, she might scream like an excited fan seeing her favorite artist. To Sana's surprise, Kanato quietly says that he comes to school to see her and asks her not to ignore him. Hearing this, Sana's heart starts beating fast. After this, the photo sessions continue, but Sana gets nervous every time Kanato comes close. One day during recess, Kanato is watching her, and Sana becomes so nervous that she walks quickly and bumps into a wall. Seeing this, Kanato gets worried. However, since Rio is closer, he takes Sana to the infirmary, and she thanks him for his help. After a while, Kanato arrives there and asks how she is. While Rio leaves, Sana says she is fine, and Kanato feels relieved. Slowly, Kanato comes closer and asks if she is closer to that other boy. Hearing this, Sana can't believe that Kanato is feeling jealous. Then Kanato casually says that maybe he should record such a line, as people might like that kind of content. Hearing this, Sana feels a bit disappointed, but she starts recording the video anyway, and it goes viral. Just then, some girls are about to see them together, so Sana tries to leave, but Kanato pulls her toward him and softly whispers near her ear that if she leaves now, the girls will see them. Sana freezes, feeling Kanato's breath near her neck, and her heart starts beating very fast. The same girls talk about Kanato, saying that he is very handsome but must be arrogant. Another girl agrees, saying that handsome boys are usually like that. Hearing this, Sana wants to defend Kanato, but he stops her. After a while, the girls leave, and Sana, stepping away from Kanato, says that she will work harder on the account so that people can understand his real personality. Kanato calmly says that as long as Sana understands him well, that is enough for him. The next day, Sana receives a message from Kanato asking her to meet him at the station. Sana thinks it might be for a photo session, so she quickly goes there. When Kanato sees her, he notices that she has left her hair open. Sana explains that she left home in such a hurry that she forgot her hair tie. Then Sana is about to start taking photos of Kanato, but Kanato tells her there's no need for that and invites her to go to the cinema instead. There, he lets Sana choose the movie, and she also selects the food. Sana slowly realizes that Kanato is quite caring and attentive. During the movie, Kanato asks her if she likes things like this. watching movies in the cinema. But at that exact moment, the characters on the screen start kissing. Sana misunderstands and thinks Kanato is asking about kissing, so she gets nervous and quickly goes to the bathroom, her heart beating very fast because it feels like she's on a date with him. When Sana comes out, she sees some girls flirting with Kanato. He completely ignores them, but as soon as he sees Sana, he smiles happily. After that, he gifts Sana a hair tie and gently helps her tie her hair. This gesture quietly touches Sana's heart. Then Sana asks if she can take some photos of him, and when the pictures turn out well, she smiles with satisfaction. However, Kanato thinks that Sana only likes his face, so he tells her that he wanted her to understand him better through this date. Sana softly replies that this time she didn't take photos just because he's cute, but because she wants to keep memories of this outing. Hearing this makes Kanato happy. He moves closer to Sana, and she closes her eyes, as if expecting him to kiss her. Kanato also wants to do that, but he stops himself and says he would never kiss her without her permission. This deeply moves Sana's heart. After going home, Sana realizes that she has fallen in love with Kanato and starts letting out soft, excited screams in happiness. However, since she isn't sure whether Kanato likes her back or not, she decides not to get her hopes up too much. The next day, Sana meets Kanato. He becomes happy upon seeing her because she is wearing the same hair tie he gifted her. He comes close and softly whispers that she looks cute. Just then, some girls arrive, and Sana tells Kanato to leave before anyone sees them together. The girls look at Sana and ask if she is the same girl who is always with Kanato. Sana gets nervous and stays silent. At that moment, Rio arrives and says that the teacher is looking for Sana, then takes her away from there. When they are alone, Rio asks Sana if those girls were bothering her. Sana says no. Then Rio asks if she is managing Kanato's account. Sana gets surprised, quickly covers his mouth, and takes him into a classroom to talk. There, Sana admits that yes, she is managing the account and asks how he found out. Rio says he just guessed, since Sana and Kanato are always together, and Kanato doesn't know how to use social media. Hearing this, Sana tells him that she is helping Kanato so that he doesn't get expelled from school. Then she requests Rio not to tell anyone this secret. Rio agrees, and from that day on, they become friends. The next day, Sana decides to be more careful so that people don't see her with Kanato. Then she meets her friend Yusu. Yusu tells her that she doesn't see Sana much during recess anymore and asks what she has been doing lately. Sana quickly says she has been busy and changes the topic. After that, Sana and her friend attend a workshop where the teacher asks the students to form groups of 4. Yusu asks Rio if he will join their team, and Rio agrees. However, they are still one member short, so they start thinking about whom to choose. Just then, Kanato arrives, and all the girls in the class start looking at him. The teacher tells Kanato to join any group. As soon as Kanato sees Sana, he walks straight toward her and asks if he can join her group. Everyone starts looking at them and wonders if they are a couple. Sana becomes very nervous, but luckily, Rio handles the situation. He greets Kanato and says that Sana, Kanato, and he are all classmates. Sana quickly agrees and signals Kanato. Kanato understands that Sana doesn't want people to associate his name with hers, so he silently nods, though he feels sad inside. After that, the whole class goes on an outing, and the girls can't stop taking photos of Kanato. Out of habit, Sana also starts taking his photos, but then she realizes that if she does that, people might catch on, so she stops. Later, all the groups begin their work, and Sana puts her group's paper on the board. When Kanato sees that Sana can't reach the glue, he comes over to help her. They get so close that Sana becomes nervous, especially since everyone is watching them. So she quickly goes to help Rio and whispers to him, asking him to please take photos of Kanato for his account. But when Kanato sees Sana and Rio so close, he starts to feel jealous and sad. A few minutes later, Kanato, Sana, Yusu, and Rio walk around the place together, eating snacks and enjoying the outing. Sana has a lot of fun, and seeing her happy makes Kanato smile, although he doesn't like the idea of Rio taking photos of him. After some time, Yusu and Rio go to buy something, and Sana happily tells Kanato that they have reached 80,000 subscribers. But to her surprise, Kanato confesses that he has been holding himself back all day from getting close to her, and asks if they can spend the rest of the day together. After that, they walk through a forest, where Kanato hugs Sana, and Sana hugs him back. Kanato feels happy and asks her to stay like that for a little longer, but Rio arrives, and Sana quickly separates from him. However, Kanato doesn't step back and asks Rio to leave them alone. Rio thinks Kanato is only trying to charm Sana so that she keeps helping him with the Instagram account, and he doesn't get expelled. Kanato says that isn't true, but he feels disappointed after realizing that Sana told Rio about his expulsion. Things get worse when Sana trips and falls down the slope, but luckily, Rio quickly holds her and saves her. Because of the fall, Rio's bangs move away from his face, revealing how handsome he really is. Sana gets stunned for a moment, and Kanato notices it while coming down worried for her. Then Yusu arrives and tells them it's time for lunch, so they have to return to the hotel. Later, when Sana is alone with Kanato, she apologizes for telling Rio about the Instagram account and his expulsion. Kanato tells her not to worry, because if Rio helps her, she won't have to feel so scared about others discovering her secret. But then, with a sad feeling, he adds that he has already realized Sana likes Ryo, and he leaves before Sana can answer. In her room, Yusu tells Sana that she already knows Sana is the one taking Kanato's photos, because in one of the photos, Sana's reflection can be seen in Kanato's eyes. Sana apologizes to her friend for hiding the secret and explains that she didn't tell anyone because she was scared the other girls would find out and make her life difficult out of jealousy. Hearing this, Yusu understands her. Sana then tells her everything that happened with Kanato, including how he became sad after seeing her with Ryo. After hearing this, Yusu says Kanato is jealous, and he has probably already fallen in love with Sana, but Sana can't believe it. During recess, some girls approach Sana and Yusu and say they saw them in the same group as Kanato during the outing. Then they ask if they know who takes Kanato's photos. Yusu points at Ryo and says it's him. The girls ask Ryo if that's true, and he says yes. Sana is surprised by this, so she takes her friends to a quiet place. There, they tell her that they will help her protect Kanato's secret. Ryo also says they should meet to properly plan the details. Hearing this, Kanato also joins the meeting. In the end, Yusu can't attend the meeting, so Sana goes to a cafe with Kanato and Ryo. There, Ryo asks Sana to give him access to the Instagram account in case someone asks for proof, and Sana gives it to him. But while explaining so many details about the account to Ryo, Sana ends up leaving Kanato aside, and he becomes sad. After the meeting ends, Ryo and Kanato leave, while Sana realizes they only need 100 more followers to reach the goal. She becomes afraid that once they reach it, she and Kanato might stop seeing each other. So gathering her courage, Sana confesses to Kanato that she likes him. Sana's confession surprises Kanato, but instead of giving her an answer, he simply says goodbye and leaves. This makes Sana sad, and she feels even worse when she doesn't see Kanato the next day. Seeing her like this, Ryo asks what happened, and Sana tells him that she confessed her feelings to Kanato, but he didn't give her any answer. She breaks down crying, and Ryo gently confesses that he is in love with her too, and that it hurts him to see her so sad. Sana is surprised and apologizes for not realizing his feelings earlier, but Ryo tells her not to worry, and they decide to remain friends. Later, Ryo goes to find Kanato and asks why he didn't respond to Sana's confession. Kanato explains that when he saw Ryo and Sana together, he realized Ryo was someone Sana could trust and lean on whenever she needed help. Unlike him, Kanato feels that he is always the one depending on Sana. Because of this, he believes Sana deserves to be with someone better than him, and that is why he still hasn't answered her. After hearing this, Ryo advises him to tell Sana everything honestly and let her decide whether she wants to be his girlfriend or not. That night, Kanato manages to do a live stream and asks people to help him reach 100,000 subscribers. Within just 2 minutes, he reaches the goal, but after achieving it, Kanato deletes the account the next day, which makes everyone believe that he is leaving or graduating from school. When Sana finds out, she breaks down crying. Just then, she receives a message from Kanato asking to see her, and she quickly runs to meet him. When Sana reaches him, Kanato is surprised and tells her that he is not leaving. Then he finally confesses that he has fallen in love with her and wants to stay by her side. He says he has decided to become someone Sana can trust and rely on whenever she needs him. He also apologizes for making her wait and tells her that if she no longer wants to be with him, he will understand. Sana replies that she does want to be with him. Hearing this, Kanato happily kneels down and asks her to be his girlfriend. Sana joyfully accepts. And in this way, the two of them begin their relationship, bringing this love story to a sweet end. So friends, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.